Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am cooking one of my favorite Jamaican meal. You could have it or as breakfast, or you can have it for dinner, whichever way works best for you. So I'm making some red herring, and I'm making with saltfish, and also I'm gonna make some fried dumpling from scratch with my self-rising flour and some baking soda and some couple other extras. So if you want to see how I prepare this meal, please stick around. So first thing first, guys, I took pieces of the cod fish and I cut them up in portions, and I'm just going to, with the red herring, and I'm going to put it in some water to rinse some of the salt from the codfish and also the red herring. The codfish is very salty, so after we finish rinsing some of this off, we're going to go ahead and put it in a pot and boil off some of the salt out of it. I haven't had this since I was, oh my goodness, I remember eating this when I was living in Jamaica. Just walk up to the Carnation market and just pick it off and eat it. It was so good. All right, guys. So I went ahead and poured that water off, and I'm putting on a little bit more fresh water on it, then rinse it off one more time. Then go ahead and put this in the pot so that it can boil off some of the salt. One more rinse. All right, that should do it. Okay guys, so I had already placed a pot on the stove with boiling water. I'll go ahead and put the codfish in it for that to boil off some of the salt. Or if you have enough time, which I don't have, you could just put it in a container with water and let it sit there for a while, and some of that salt could just come off the codfish so it don't be as salty, because we're going to season this up and we don't want as much salt on it. Okay, let's start making our dough for the fried dumpling. Okay guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making our dough for our fried dumpling. So you're definitely going to need some self-rising flour. All right, so let's go ahead and pour some in. Making a good amount of dumplings today. All right, that's going to be sufficient. So in my container, I have sugar. We're going to go ahead and put some of that in there. Basically baking soda. So we already have some in my container. I'll go ahead and add that in. We're just going to go ahead and just whisk this one up so we can get some air circulating in between the flour and the sugar and the baking soda. So one of the ingredients my grandmother taught me to use was milk instead of water. So we're gonna add some milk to that, and now we're gonna add some butter. Okay. I'm gonna add about this amount of butter to our mixture. We're gonna go ahead and pour the milk. I already washed my hands, guys, so my hands are perfectly clean. I do not like using a glove when I'm making my dough. It just doesn't feel right. So you're just gonna basically just use your fingers and press the butter together until it's mushed out in the dough. That butter is going to give your dumpling a very, very crispy outside. You just want to just keep rubbing that in. Some more milk. So how do you guys make your own fried dumpling? Do you have a specific way? Because everyone have different ways of making their fried dumpling to their own taste, right? So I want you guys to comment down below and tell me how you guys make your dumplings. And why don't you try out my recipe and see if you like the way the dumplings turned out. Then after we make this dough, we're gonna have it sit for probably 15 to 20 minutes so that the dough can rest before we go ahead and roll our dumplings together. That's it. The oil is super hot. You know they're finished cooking when they float to the top. You don't want your dumplings to burn, so as much as you can, just keep rotating it. Get that brown golden color. Okay guys, so now that the saltfish and the herring is completely boiled out, we're gonna just take a big chunk of it and just break them up in pieces. Alright, So that's pretty much it. So I have the oil heated up on the stove. I'm just gonna go ahead and start cooking up our seasoning. All right. I went ahead and chopped up the tomato and the thyme, some scallions, green pepper, some red bell peppers as well. Then I also added a little bit of onion and some alright guys, so let's get this in the pot. The pot has already been preheated and ready for our seasoning. Go ahead and the bell peppers, garlic, onions. I'm just gonna put everything in the pot. Thyme and scallions and your tomatoes. You're just gonna let this basically cook down just a little so that the aroma and the flavors can blend into each other. Colors are beautiful. The aroma that's coming from this pot at this moment is absolutely amazing. Just let it cook down just a little bit. Then after it cooks down, then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our fish to the pot. I'm just gonna add red pepper, not too much. Now that's a little bit cooked down, you're just going to go ahead and pour your codfish and herring on the inside. Spread that all in the pot. Just going to mix that together. Add some black pepper to it, okay? You're gonna leave that, cover it up to simmer. For about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay guys, this is the finished meal. Codfish, heroin, and fried dumpling. From my table to yours. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you again in the next video.